Joining us by phone to weigh in on that, our friend Steve Schmidt. Steve, your thoughts?
Well, Nicole, I think this is a very unfortunate hour. Restraint is an important quality in a democracy, particularly in a country where the politics are closely divided. And the reality is that Donald Trump lost the popular vote by 3 million. He won by 78,000 votes across 3 states. And the Republicans control all 3 branches of government, the legislative, and by Republican nominees 5-4 on the Supreme Court. So we have a minority that is ruling the majority of the country who are opposed to this president. And that is extremely unhealthy in a democracy. As you know, in the White House, I ran the Roberts and Alito confirmations. I was supportive of President Obama with Kagan and Sotomayor because I believe presidential elections have consequences and that presidents should be afforded wide discretion with regard to their Supreme Court nominations. But Mitch McConnell has, as much as anyone, done great damage to the United States Senate as a institution that was once known as the world's greatest deliberative body. They stole a Supreme Court seat from the Democrats, and for the fabric of our democracy, Democrats should dig in hard here and do everything they conceivably can do to block this nomination, any nomination, from going forward until after we see what happens in the midterm elections. This is also, and I think it's important to point out, a president who is increasingly lawless, who asserts himself to be above the law, who attacks constantly fundamental institutions and pillars in the middle of a criminal investigation that has moved closer and closer and closer to the Oval Office. So there's an enormous amount at stake here. And Democrats, I think, need to hold the line and be very, very tough in this moment, and not allow this to go forward. And lastly, with Bob Corker and Jeff Flake, I think it is incredibly important for those two, and it's only those two. We're down to 2 possibilities. To signal that if a nominee does go forward, that they will insist, though it will be a conservative, it'll be an institutionalist, and it'll be somebody with the highest qualities of probity and rectitude, who can be trusted not to be a politician on the court, but to be a justice of the Supreme Court.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.